They don't see you now. They don't ask about your vision. They don't listen to your dreams. They don't care about your plans. Because you're not there yet. When you're chasing something no one can see but you're invisible. You become a ghost in a world full of noise. You speak, but no one hears. You try, but no one notices. You fall, and no one comes. That's when most people quit. That's when most people walk away. Because they thought someone would care. They thought someone would believe. But this is the truth. No one cares until you win. You wake up before everyone. Not for praise. Not for recognition. But because there's a war inside you that refuses to let you rest. You train while they sleep. You grind while they party. You study while they scroll. You sacrifice while they indulge. You give up comfort for purpose. You give up attention for focus. You give up temporary pleasure for permanent power. But the world doesn't applaud sacrifice. It only celebrates results. And until they see results, they won't see you. You bleed in silence. You cry in private. You scream into pillows. You doubt yourself 1,000 times, but still show up on the 1,001st. And still no recognition.
No followers.
No shares.
No applause.
Just you, and the darkness, and the grind, and the echo of your own footsteps. That's when you have a choice. To keep going, or to join the rest. To fold under pressure, or to become pressure itself. Most people want the reward, but they don't want the silence. They don't want the rejection. They don't want the years of being ignored, of being laughed at, of being doubted, of walking alone. But that's what it takes. Because greatness doesn't arrive with a welcome party. It arrives after years of you fighting battles no one saw, winning wars no one acknowledged, slaying demons no one believed were real. You become forged in the fire of being forgotten. That's the secret. The ones who make it, they didn't get lucky. They didn't get chosen. They didn't get handed a crown. They built it, brick by brick, sweat by sweat, tear by tear. And when no one believed, they still did. You see, the world is full of people who only understand success. They don't understand struggle. They don't respect effort unless it shines. You could be climbing the tallest mountain, but until you plant the flag at the top, you're invisible. That's why your why has to be bigger than their opinions. Your purpose has to outlast their silence. Your fire has to burn without their oxygen. Because here's the truth. No one claps for you in the gym. No one praises you in the library. No one congratulates you in the mirror. But if you don't show up there, you'll never show up in life. Every great warrior trains in obscurity. Every legend was once a no-name. Every icon was once ignored. But they kept going. They didn't need the world to care. They just needed to care enough themselves. They made the pain part of the process. They made the silence part of the symphony. They made the rejection part of the ritual. Because they knew, one day the world would have no choice but to see. And when that day comes, everything changes. People suddenly remember what you said. They quote the dreams they once mocked. They repost your story. They ask for advice. They act like they were there. But you know who clapped when there was no crowd. You know who stayed silent when you needed a voice. You know who laughed when you needed support. And more importantly, you know who you became through it all. You became someone who didn't need validation. Someone who didn't need permission. Someone who didn't break when they were alone. You became unshakable. And that's why you won. You didn't win because they cared. You won because you kept going when no one else did. So let them ignore you. Let them doubt you. Let them sleep. You've got work to do. You've got habits to build, demons to conquer, versions of yourself to destroy, and stronger versions to awaken. You've got destiny in your hands. Not likes, not shares, not applause, purpose. Let them forget your name now, because one day, they won't be able to stop saying it. They'll write articles, make documentaries, analyze your every move, study your mindset, try to replicate your blueprint. But what they'll never understand is what you endured in the silence, what you overcame in the shadows, what you built with broken pieces, what you dreamed when everyone told you to be realistic. And that's fine. Let them think it was easy. Let them think it was luck. Let them say you were born for this. Because only you know, you built this, you earned this, you suffered for this. This win is not about the money, it's not about the fame, it's not about revenge. It's about every night you didn't give up, every morning you showed up tired, every time you whispered one more try and meant it. This win is your legacy, your proof that the world doesn't get to decide your worth. You do. So the next time someone says, "No one cares," you smile and say, "They will," because you're not done. You're just getting started. And the next chapter, it'll be written in bold, in power, in dominance, in victory, because when you win, they'll care. And when they care, you'll already be too far ahead for them to catch. That's what happens when you refuse to quit, when you choose growth over comfort, discipline over distraction, purpose over popularity. So write this down. No one cares until you win, but that's your advantage. They're sleeping, you're building, they're watching others. You're becoming the one they'll all watch soon. Keep going, keep rising, keep sharpening, keep becoming, because one day, the silence will break, the crowd will roar, the lights will shine, and the world will care. But you'll smile, not because they care now, but because you always did. And that made all the difference.